Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing the world's prediction. Adam just came out with the most beautiful sheet that I've ever seen in my life. It's like, oh my god, does it look amazing? Um, and I suggest I will put a link in the comments to his spreadsheet hub, so you can check out all the spreadsheets he's done for this season, and you can make your own predictions by clicking on the uh, German Worlds thing because I don't know how to pronounce the place that they're going to for Worlds. And it will automatically make a copy for you. At least that's what it did for me. So just I do recommend you do it. And go to Adam's Twitter, follow him maybe because he does this shit and it's really cool. I really like what he does, and I appreciate it because it lets me make videos about it. So it's a preview. Um, so the predictions. Let me just make sure. Yes, it is recording. So, as you can see, like everything looks cool. Like these logos and everything. Like if Adam somehow does see my video, like bro, you did amazing. Like this is an amazing world sheet. Like it looks so cool. Uh, Pick'em. I don't really understand how this works because I've never done this. But but what I will do with this is just see what happens. So advancing 3-0, I think a team that will advance 3-0 is Space Station. The reason I say Space Station is because they have a tendency to do really good in Swiss bracket events. So taking that into account, I think they are going to do really good. And then here, I think it's pretty obvious. I think Gladiators are going to go out 0 for 3. I don't see it happening. Then other teams that it just have going through in general, Complexity, Elevate, because I really do have hope for Elevate. Elevate actually seems really good. Crew, uh, Power, Secret, Twisted Minds, and let's see. I think between Limitless and Oxygen. The reason I'm gonna pick Oxygen over Limitless is because we haven't seen Limitless or French Class or what I don't remember what they changed their name to. They changed their name to Valiant. We haven't seen either of those two at a Worlds event, which I hate. Honestly, I really wish that they did have someone representing them at majors and stuff like that. Um, like maybe like allow them to have one, but whoever wins, never mind. I don't know. I don't know. It's just that's what I want. Now between all the teams advancing 2 and 0, so there are 4 teams who advance 2 and 0. All right. I think BDS will. I have really good faith in BDS. I used to not like BDS. I really did hate them for winning Worlds last season because they got so lucky that everyone was playing so bad when they went up against them. I think they should have lost against Furia. I think they should have lost against K Corp. I think they should have lost against G2. But every single match they like went up against, they were just playing so bad, and I didn't think they deserved to win. Well, I didn't think they should have won. They deserved the win because they just played better than the other team, but like every single time, like you had the Moist versus Furia, one of the best matches we've seen in RLCS history, and like Furia just throws so hard. But BDS, how they're looking now, this is the BDS that everyone's been expecting, and I really do like BDS. BDS is an insane team now. And then going 0 for 2. Okay, I can't really predict Gladiators because if I predict Gladiators, that means they go through to the group stages. Uh, I don't even have G2 going through. Damn. Okay, let's go between all the teams that I chose and all the teams that are here. Wait, real quick. Let's look at groups. What rule 1 is here? Okay, wait. Let's look at all this. I don't see Ninjas in Pajamas going 0 for 2. If they get eliminated, I just don't see it being 0 for 2. Um, I think, I think, I don't think any of these teams are going 0 for 2. I just don't see it happening. Rule 1's really good. They performed really well. I think if anyone goes 0 for 2 for all the teams that I put in, I would say Oxygen. As much as I love Oxygen, they haven't been looking great, and I hate it because they're a team that I really do like, but like they keep changing their roster, and it's just, I don't know. Right, so the teams that qualify, I'm gonna say Space Station. I'm gonna say Vitality. I'm going to say Complexity. I'm going to say uh, um, I'm gonna say K Corp. I'm gonna say what else do I want to say? I'm gonna say Phase. I do really hope that Phase does make it. Uh, do, 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 do. Where is Liquid? Here's Liquid. Um, I want someone interesting there too. So Ninjas, Power, Team Secret. I think Secret can make it. The reason I think Secret can make it is because, in my opinion, they have the best defense defense in the world, and I think they can make it through. Honestly, I really hope they do. Okay, so wildcards. I don't know if this affects that, but I don't know, but we'll find out. So, first matchups. Also, talking about the draft real quick, I hate what everyone chose. Honestly, I respect what Pioneers did. Um, but like, I hate what people chose, honestly, because of the fact that complexity, like, because these aren't good warm ups. Like, if I was complexity with the round 1 pick, for me, it would have been between G1 and Oxygen, probably. I probably would have picked from one of those two teams for a good warm up. And so then round 2 would have been looking really good for complexity. And then it's just, but they didn't choose that. I think this is going to be 3. Oh, right, yeah, these are best of sevens. These are best of sevens, right? Right? Yeah, I am right about that. Hold on. I always forget about this because this is weird. Uh, fuck it. Let's just say it's best of sevens because I think all of it's best of 7. So let's say 4-1. I think this team is good. It's just a matter of we haven't seen them at all. Uh, G2 versus Limitless. I think G2 should win this. I think they should. Moist versus Gladiators. I think Moist should absolutely win this. Um, Pioneers versus Twisted. I think Twisted wins this. Not because of the percentages, just because I think they're just genuinely the better team. I think Pioneers is going to put up a fight, though. I think they will. I'm going to go with Crew here. I think Crew is insane, and I think they can beat G1. Space Station versus Team Secret. Team Secret has a really good defense, and it's insane. But I'm gonna say 4-2. I'm gonna say 4-2. Yeah, I'm gonna fact check this real quick. I want to look at the other real quick. Just look at the last worlds that happened. Because that should have. Okay, yeah. Here it is. Okay, so last time I was best of seven. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Power versus Auction. Again, if Power played how they did against like SG and against Ground Zero, I think Power can absolutely win this. It's gonna be a long match, but I think Power can win it. And then I'm gonna predict the upset here. I think Falcons might actually lose to Elevate, because like Elevate not only Elevate went to Game 5 with BDS. Elevate took a game from Vitality. Granted, I don't think Vitality was playing great, especially considering that Vitality, in my opinion, should have went to the lower bracket day one at the major due to complexity just missing a fucking open net. And Elevate also put up a good fight against Team Liquid. It was just a matter of like Team Liquid was popping off then. And it's just like that's a hard team to stop in general, like even if you're one of the best. So like the fact that Elevate even put up a fight in the first match was honestly shocking. Um Now on to this. So complexity versus Twisted Minds. I think I'm gonna give oh no wait. I'm gonna give it to complexity in seven. Elevate versus Moist. Again, I think Elevate can do it, and I'm gonna believe in Elevate. I actually really want to see them succeed. Power beat G2 once. I can absolutely see it happening again. I think SG is also gonna win this in Game 7. Actually, Game 2 just because of how good they are in Swiss. I don't know. They're weird about that. Pioneers versus Valiant. I'm gonna say Valiant. I want to see it happen. I want to see Valiant win one. Falcons versus Gladiators. I think this is 4-0. It's as simple as that. Oxygen versus Limitless. I think this is going to be a 4-3. I think it's going to be Game 7. I think it's going to be close. And then Team Secret versus G1. Again, I think Team Secret has one of the best defenses in the world, if not the best defense. And I'm going to say it's Team Secret. I'm going to go Team Secret in 6. Okay, so here. I think we're gonna see a repeat, and I think SG will beat Power once more. And Complexity and Elevate. I really want to say Elevate here, but I'm gonna say Complexity in 6. I'm gonna say Complexity in 6. We'll see what happens. This doesn't affect anything, right? This isn't gonna give me a coin. Yeah, no coin. Cool. I don't. Yeah, again, I still really don't know how that shit works. Okay. Moist versus Valiant. Again, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how well Valiant's gonna play. I don't know how good Moist is gonna play. I'm gonna give it to Valiant because I wanna see them and Limitless do well because they do seem like really good teams. Secret versus G2. I'm gonna go Secret and 7, 6. Oxygen versus Crew. I think Crew actually. This is a tough match. No. Um, I'm gonna give it to Oxygen 7. Twisted Minds versus Falcons. I'm gonna give it to Twisted in 6. Pioneers versus Gladiators. I think this. Why is this? Why are the AI odds so close? Jesus. Nope. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. Limitless versus G1. I would absolutely love to say Limitless here because I want to see them do well. And I'm gonna say Limitless. I'm gonna say Limitless in 7. I'm gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be crazy. I'm gonna say them in 7. I'm gonna do the crazy. Okay, this is gonna be in 6. Power versus Twisted Minds. Ooh, this is gonna be a good match if this does happen. Ooh, I like Power here. I really do. I think it's gonna go game 7 though. Secret versus Auction. I don't know why the AI odds are so low. Like Jesus. I'm gonna give it to Secret and 6. Actually 5. Again, I think they have the best defense in the world. Auction, their attack is sloppy half the time. They need to stick with one roster, and I really hope that Auction does really well next season. And I can't wait to see them next season. It's just this season, it's just, I don't know. Auction is looking iffy, and I really hope they do pull it together. Limitless Voices versus Moist. Again, I really want to see Limitless do well. But against Moist. Oh, God, I don't like this. I'm going to say Limitless. I'm going to do it in 7. I'm going to do it. Falcons versus Pioneers. I'm going to say Falcons in 6. Crew versus G2. I'm going to say Crew in 5. Twisted versus Limitless. Let's go Twisted. I think I like Twisted. What did I even put here? I didn't even put Limitless here. Carew. I'm gonna go there. Oxygen versus Falcons. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm gonna give to Oxygen barely. I think it's gonna be a really good match if this does happen. I'm gonna give the edge out to Oxygen. So here are all the results. So Space Station, Complexity, Team Secret, Elevate, Power, Karu, Twisted, Auction. I know you guys are probably gonna be like, Elevate, really? But like, they've been performing well. I think they have a chance, and I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt that they have the chance that I believe they do. I think they're a good team. I think they can do it, and I would love to see it happen. Honestly, I'd love it. This still hasn't given me anything right yet. So I don't really know how this happens. I don't know. You know what? Let's just not worry about it. Groups. So, so, so. K Corp versus Auction. I think this should actually, I'm gonna give it to Auction for one reason and one reason alone, because of the fact that Carmine by this point will not have played a single match, while Auction would have played 5 and against really good teams. So I think Auction could pull it off because of the fact that K Corp just simply hasn't played a single match, and like I've said, in round 1, Carmine Corp has a tendency to perform poorly, like they did at the major. Ground Zero threw that match, in my opinion, but regardless, it's fine. It's whatever. It doesn't really matter. This is a good match. BDS versus Complexity. I don't know why the rate's so low. Complexity, if they perform like they did against Vitality, I can see that Complexity beating BDS. It also depends on how BDS plays. What do I want to do here? I think I want to go Complexity because Complexity performed really well, and you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Although that literally goes against my entire pick'em, because I literally said BDS was advancing to I lied. So fine, I'll change this. I'll change it to Complexity. Change this to BDS. I lied. Okay, Liquid versus Power. I'm gonna give it to Liquid. I like Power. It's just I don't see them being too big of a threat to Liquid. Uh, Ninjas in Pajamas versus Team Secret. I think Team Secret has an insane defense. So I'm gonna give it to Team Secret in 7. I think it's gonna be a good match. Let's go over here. Genji versus Twisted Minds. I like Twisted Minds. I'm gonna give it to Genji though. I'm doing 6. SG versus Rule 1. I'm gonna give it to SG in 7. It's gonna be rather close. Vitality versus Crew. I think if Vitality performs like they did at the major, I think Crew can take it. But I just don't see them playing bad 2 events in a row. So I'm gonna give it to Vitality in 7, just in case if Vitality does perform badly like they did at the major. Okay, also just to clarify what I'm talking about, in my opinion, I think every team at the major except for BDS performed terribly. Vitality, in my opinion, only started playing good on Championship Sunday. I think every team performed terribly, and I didn't care for the major. Honestly, I think it was very disappointing. Yes, it did give us some very interesting matches, but I think every team was playing badly compared to how they normally play. I think Rule 1 and BDS are the really only exceptions to it, and like a few exceptions on like days. Like Complexity was playing really good day 1 and day 2. Day 3, I think they should have beat Rule 1, but I don't know what they were doing against Rule 1. But I don't know. That's just me. But Phase versus Elevate. I'd love to give it to Elevate. I'm gonna do 6. I'm gonna do 6. Phase versus Vitality. Okay, hold on. Let's go down here first. Carmine versus BDS. I like BDS here. I absolutely do love BDS here. Ninjas in Pajamas versus Power. I think Ninjas in Pajamas will probably win in 7. Complexity versus Oxygen. I think I think Complexity is gonna win in 6. Team Secret versus Liquid. I think Team Secret will win in 7. Now hear me out. The reason I think Team Secret will win instead of Liquid is because the last time they faced was at the Winter Major, and this went to Game 5. It was a close match through and through, so I'm gonna give it to Team Secret. I like Team Secret. I want to see them. I want to see them perform. I really do. I really want to see them perform. Genji versus SG. I think SG takes this. I think on a normal day, I think SG absolutely takes this. Vitality versus Phase. I see. Okay, so if Vitality plays bad, this goes to Phase. If Vitality plays good, it depends on how Phase is playing. I have way too many upsets as is, so I'm gonna go for 3. I I'm a little skeptical because of how Vitality played at the major. I don't like it, and I really had higher expectations from them. Twisted versus Rule 1. This is a good match. I'm gonna give it Twisted. I want to see what happens. Crew versus Elevate. I really like Elevate. Like, I can't stress this enough. I really like Elevate. I'm gonna give it 4-3. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Genji versus Elevate. Okay, this we can just already just work to. Genji versus Elevate. I want to give it to. Also, neither of these are in my pick'em. Neither Genji nor Elevate. Um, so you know what? You know what? I'm gonna switch you with Elevate. Cool. 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 Coolio. Coolio. All right. Cool. Dude, I really like Elevate. I want to see them do well. I know this is the craziest thing. Like, it's probably not gonna happen, but it's just I want to see it happen. It's a matter of I want to see it happen. Auction versus Ninjas in Pajamas. Realistically, I'm gonna go Auction. I'm gonna go BDS here too. I think BDS definitely is. And I'm gonna say six. All right, so teams I have going through. What is this? What the hell is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, that's what that is. Sorry, I wasn't scrolling. Complexity versus Elevate. This is where Elevate's run ends, in my opinion. It just I don't see it happening. I really don't. Team Secret versus FaZe. I'm gonna give it to Secret. I like Secret. I really do. I'm gonna give it to Secret. You may call me crazy, but I'm cool with that then. SSG versus Auction. I'm gonna say SSG in five. Vitality versus BDS. I think BDS has been playing more consistent than Vitality. Just looking at Vitality on the major, like it wasn't pretty. I can see this being 4-2. Honestly, I can see that being 4-2. SSG versus BDS. I'm gonna give it to SSG. I'm gonna give it to SSG. I think they were playing great. I think I'm gonna give it to SSG. Team Secret versus Complexity. Yeah, I'm crazy. I understand how crazy this sounds. How crazy this sounds. How crazy this sounds. I understand full well how crazy all this shit sounds, but it's just a matter of this would be interesting to me. Team Secret versus SSG, the thing that started the wild card. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty badass. Wait, do these odds change throughout what you actually put throughout this entire thing? Ah, that's that's actually pretty interesting. I didn't know that. All right, whatever. It's cool. That's what I'm gonna play. I know everyone's probably gonna be in the comments being like, "You're fucking batshit crazy," and I'm like, I know, I know. Three of these teams are probably not even gonna be here, and that's probably Auction, Secret, and Elevate. Realistically, like those teams might not even be here. Team Secret might. Team Secret might. I don't know. They have Ninjas in Pajamas round one, and then they have Liquid, which they've played good against Liquid last time they played them. And you know, I have faith in Secret to beat them. Uh, you may call me crazy. I will accept anything in the comments that says I'm crazy. Uh, also, who the? Oh, right, yeah. Okay, hold on. Actually, I know people are gonna call me crazy for this too, but looking at everything, Carmine gets oxygen, which they would have played 5 matches. I think it doesn't matter who the hell Carmine gets. I think Carmine is going to the bottom bracket in the first round, and then having to face BDS after that. Yeah, I don't see it happening, bro. I'm gonna see what happens. Um, I know people are definitely gonna be upset about this, like 100%. Like I know people are gonna be upset about this, but I think this could happen. I know people are probably gonna call me NA biased, but you gotta look at things. I have one, two, three. I have three NA, and I have one, two, three. I have three EU and a team from uh a team from South America, and a team from APAC. Plus, I have G2 going out. I have a lot of like I know people are probably gonna call me like NA like EU hater, especially considering the fact that I have SG winning this whole thing. I think SG can win this whole thing if they perform like they did at regionals 1, 2, and 3 for spring. I think they 100% have a chance, and I want to see it happen. Uh, I also wouldn't mind seeing BDS win. Honestly, any of these teams winning, I wouldn't be mad about. Honestly, a single one of these teams winning, I would not be mad about. The only reason why I'm ever mad when people win is like, if they got lucky. Like, cause I can't stress this enough. Like, in my opinion, BDS got so lucky at Worlds. Last season wasn't even funny. I think they kept on playing teams when they were just playing bad, and I think they just got lucky. But this season, if BDS plays how they've been playing and they win this whole thing, do not care because the fact that they're playing good, they deserve to win. Like they have a real chance. Like last season, I was just like I wasn't impressed. I there was just they had a few good moments here and there, but it wasn't anything interesting. And then Furia from playing Moist to playing BDS, I just see those as two completely different teams. Like those two teams, in my opinion, were so different. It's not even funny because it was just Furia was not playing good. It looked bad, and like after coming out from one of the best RLCS matches in the history of ever, in my opinion, and then playing that badly against BDS, like it just I don't like it. Uh, I didn't care for the result at the end. This season, I have high hopes for everyone. I think uh, I really do hope that every team plays at their best because it was a shit show last year. It was a shit show at the major. Last year there were so many people getting sick. It wasn't even funny. Arsenal especially. Arsenal was literally they won and he the first thing he did booked it to a bathroom to go puke. That's what he did. Like the fact that SG even went like they should have made it out round 3. They should have been 3-0. But like the sickness just kind of like it kind of just rampaged teams and it was insane and I feel bad for all the players because so many teams were just not up to how they were supposed to be and like how they were playing during like regionals and shit like that. It was meh. And then the last major, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, this is one of the best majors we've had." Me personally, I didn't care for it. Honestly, in my opinion, it was probably one of the worst majors we've ever seen. I think every team was playing bad. I think as much as I thought that Vitality should have won the whole thing, they should have been in the lower bracket day one. They should have lost against Complexity. BDS was performing great throughout the entire thing. Props to them. The only match that I really think they were playing bad in was the grand final, which was literally the most important match, but whatever, I don't really care. Vitality was playing good that day, so Vitality winning, I'm props to them. They were playing good on Championship Sunday. They deserve the win. I just don't think they should have made it to Championship Sunday, considering how they were playing. Um, Complexity losing out to Roll One. Uh, Ground Zero losing out to K Corp, like I had predicted. K Corp wasn't going to play great. K Corp didn't play great, and Ground Zero's team looks different from game 2 and 3. Those are two completely different teams, and they got scored on 11-0 basically, with one own goal, which was scored by Vitera pre flipping. Like, K Corp deserves to win, but Ground Zero should have won. But, like, the teams from 2 and 3 were completely different teams. I don't know what happened. Same thing with Power against Rule 1. Power was winning 2-0, and then the team from 2 from game 2 to 3, those two powers are completely different teams in my opinion. Rule 1 was also playing good, so props to them. They did deserve the win. I think the entire major was disappointing. I think Moist should have also been in the lower bracket, but again, they deserved the wins that they got. Furio was playing bad. Optic was playing bad. I don't know what the hell they were doing. They both deserved to lose. It was ridiculous. They were playing terrible. Like it was insane. Like Optic should have lost against Team Liquid 3-1. They shouldn't have gone into Game 5. The fact they got to Game 5 was Team Liquid throwing basically the entire match. As much as I like Optic, they should have, like, that was horrendous. Team Liquid was playing good. Day 2. Day 3, I can't really say much about them. And then Furia. They absolutely deserve to lose against Ninjas in Pajamas. Do I think if they were playing how they normally play, or how they should play, would they have lost against Ninjas in Pajamas? No, absolutely not. Do I think they would have lost against Moist? No, I don't. But, like, in my opinion, every team was just playing so bad. It was painful to watch. Like it was not fun. It was um it was disappointing because I was expecting like this to be like one of the best majors. Like yes, it did have a few good matches like Carmine against Vitality, which that was a really cool match to watch. But like to me, like teams just played so disappointing. It was painful to watch. Like realistically, like it hurt to watch. Um, but props to Vitality for pulling it out on Sunday. I don't know why the hell they weren't playing like that all weekend, because if they were, then they would have steamrolled through everyone except for BDS and Complexity, probably. Realistically, those are the two teams I would have given them the most trouble. But yeah, that's my predictions for Worlds. I know people are probably gonna put in the comment like, "Oh, you fucking EU hater! Oh, you fucking narcissistic bastard!" I don't fucking care. I really don't. I really don't. This is just my opinion. I was dead wrong last major. Uh, but to be fair, I don't think anyone expected this. That everyone at the major wasn't going to be playing as well as they should have. Uh, and to add on, I also put my opinion about the major, which I I didn't care for. Honestly, I really didn't. I don't for for me. Before I end this video, for me to I don't care who wins, whether they're from EU, NA, Oceania, South America, APAC, Sub-Saharia, because I don't remember the rest. Uh, I don't care where they come from. Genuinely, I don't. I really don't. I just want interesting matches because that's what I expect. I expect teams to be playing as well as they normally do. I expect certain things, and I'm just like, I want interesting matches. I want game sevens. I want interesting matches. I realistically don't care who wins. Like as long as the entire event was interesting, or at least majority of it was interesting, I like the event. If the whole thing's interesting, I love the event. Uh, but to me, it just doesn't really matter who wins and loses. The only reason why I really want NA to win is so then people who like, because for some reason, everyone who supports EU is just the biggest NA haters. Like, it is ridiculous. Like, it's just insanity. Like, you hear one thing, and then it's just like a shit ton of messages just start coming up, like, oh, fucking NA sucks, fucking whatever. Like, and honestly, just anyone from NA winning a world championship would probably shut them up for a little bit. They're kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie about that. Um, because it's ridiculous. Like, and to me, NA is the better region between NA and EU. EU has some really good teams. like Vitality, BDS, K Corp, Liquid. But those four teams are really the peak of EU. Like the rest of the teams, like 5 through 16, in my opinion, none of them really impress me. To me, like anyone from like 8 to 16, for me, from NA, could probably beat anyone 5 through 16 in EU. Like, I'm not impressed by their teams. Like, EU has some really good heights, but they also have some really bad lows. And those lows, like, start, like, at, like, 7. No, 8. 8. I'd give it 8. But, like, 8 through 16 for EU is, like, horrendous. 5 through 7 is just kind of, like, mediocre. They're good, but they're not, like, top 10 or, like, even top 15 teams in the world. But like NA, like consistently, I think like 5 through 16 are some really good teams. Like our top 8 is definitely better than EU's top 8. Like, yes, you have Vitality, K Corp, and all those from EU, but then you have Moist Oxygen, uh, G1, and I forget who's at the 8th spot. I think it's Guild right now. I think that's who's at 8. But NA has SSG, Furia, Complexity, Gen G, G2, FaZe, Optic. Like, they have some really good, like, grade A teams in their top 8. Like, and their events are just overall more interesting. Because NA, since they have so many good teams, like, you really don't know who's going to win each regional. But for EU, it's boring because it's just like, oh, Vitality, a brand new fucking team that got one player and now they're just dominating EU. Like it wasn't interesting until it got to Championship Sunday because that's when you got the four fucking teams that were actually really good and then you got some good matches. But throughout the entire event, it's just boring because like it's just like 4-0, 4-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-1, 3-1. It's not particularly interesting because the rest of you just isn't that good. Like Hogan mode, in my opinion, I would have loved to see them at the major because, in my opinion, Hogan mode not only were they hilarious, but I think they were actually really good. They put up a really good fight against K Corp, BDS. Like they were a good team. It sucks that Scrub Killer is no longer on the team, because they could have actually been a really good team and they could have been like a top 5 team in EU. And honestly, I would have loved to see that. But I think EU, what they need is better teams in like the middle because like they have some really good teams at the top, but in the middle, it's bad. It's not great. Like compared to like everyone from EU, compared to Oceania, compared to APAC, or all that stuff. APAC has one good team, and that's Elevate. All right, Elevate is a great team. I think they have potential. All right, honestly, I'd love to see them next season, and honestly, I really do have hope for Elevate. I think they could actually do a lot. But like Mina now is starting to be like a really evened out region. Like, in my opinion, Mina is a better like a more interesting regional to watch than EU because EU again is just it's it's not as interesting on day 1, day 2 like Championship Sunday. It's always interesting because of the fact that the best teams are there, but that's just the same four teams majority of the time. The fact Hogan mode got there was impressive and took out K Corp to be there. Like it was really interesting. Hogan mode was the interesting one. But now since Hogan mode now got rid of Scrub Killer, I don't know if it's going to be the same interesting thing. because it's just I don't know. And then while Mina, like it's consistently interesting. Like yes, the same four teams typically appear on Championship Sunday, but the teams leading up to that are like they still put up decent fights, so it's still interesting. It's still an interesting like regional. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. I know people are probably gonna be in the comments fucking cussing me out and shit like that, calling me a bitch and shit like that, because but that's just my opinion. I personally really like, uh, I just like interesting matches. That's all I care for. Realistically, that's all I care for. Yes, the two teams I really do support, the three teams I support is SSG because I've always been an SSG fan. V1 because of the fact that my favorite player Daniel is now on V1, and Oxygen. I really like Oxygen. Like I liked Oxygen when they were in NA, and then when they moved to EU, I really wanted to. I kept supporting them, and seeing them win the first regional, it was just like cool. And then they just started sucking. um, and then also Optic because they have Reynolds. So I support like four teams consistently. From EU, I also supported Hogan mode and Vitality once they got Zen. But those are just the teams I support. I also support Secret, Elevate, Power, Ground Zero, Pioneers. I realistically cheer for all of them. But I also really like Rule One. Rule One and Twisted Minds are really cool. I don't really care for Falcons. I really don't. But that's just me. Uh, I hope you guys did like this video, and if you did, please consider hitting the like button. And if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button to get notifications. I do a lot of Pokemon challenges. I post movies. I also post my predictions as you're probably watching this for RLCS events. And yeah, um, it's just yeah. Sorry, at the end where I just kind of just started talking about fucking uh the state of everything. It's just that's my bad. I just thought I would explain myself as to why I predict what I predict because in my comment section of the last video, I like when people comment on my videos. Genuinely, it was just a matter of people saying like EU hater and shit like that. It was just I predict shit for a reason. It's what I do. Um, but without I just I'm just gonna end this video. I hope you guys do have a great day, and make sure you go check out Adam's socials and Twitch and stuff like that, and support him because I really love what he does with the Google Sheets. He puts a lot of works into them, and definitely go support him. Oh, bye bye.